All right, so we are live here on part two, and we have gone and done some research. And one thing I discovered was we are actually working with two different data sources. Okay, so if we notice here on our Wix events, we have what it is RSVP. So people can sign up for our event. There's no cost to it. There's no expectation of getting a ticket, and it creates a list with first and last name. It has it uses our form that we created, and then we have these other events, which is like if you were selling some type of ticket for people to sign up, and it looks like this was by mistake because, as you notice, see, it's not a fundraiser. So we have several of these created that way. So the data that we are getting is a little bit different than what we were expecting. And that could have been the main issue we were facing earlier. So as we notice, we have our community pantry, and most of those are RSVPs. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna download some of these, and we're gonna go ahead and import them. And then for our senior ones, unfortunately, we won't have all the data we needed, so we're gonna have to handle these separately later on. And the other thing we found was we can create what it is, a data integration. Create a data integration here. So this will allow us to name our integration, and then it's going to allow us to import the data to existing table. Okay, so those were two things. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over that information here really quick. So if you notice, it's gonna allow you to go ahead and create more data imports. So I am going to go ahead and pick our second list here. So once we have our events, if it's a RSVP, we can see the people that are checked in, and we can export our list. Okay, we got our list there created. So I'm just gonna go ahead and log into my account here really quick, and we're gonna go into our drive. And if you don't have like Office installed, this is just one quick easy way to manage a list. So we're just gonna drag it in there. Actually, I created a folder. But it will convert your CSV file that we're downloading, and it's going to allow us to open it in our sheets. And then we're going to be able to convert this to Excel file. Okay. So if we notice, this list has the people that checked in, and that's about it. Okay, so everything looks good. All right, so we'll just go ahead and download this once again as an Excel. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to our ServiceNow app, and we already created a data integration. So to do that, you just go here to add data, and it says create a data integration. Okay, and we named this one event RSVP data, and you know, it asks you to select the source. So we're selecting from a file source. and then it lets you see all the fields. Okay, so this is from the last time I did it. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag my new list. All right, so it's generating our preview. Okay, so this one looks a lot more closer to what we used to create the actual tables. And our header row is the first row, right? That looks good. So now we're gonna map it. Okay, so we're gonna update this because we changed the data source. So hopefully your data tables should be the same format, you know. But in this case, we're gonna use the same table, okay? And now here, so we're gonna go ahead and add fields. Okay, I think I removed some fields, so I'm gonna put the last name back. Okay. So this one now has a last name. For some reason on this one it didn't have the minors. I think that was something we added late recently. So we don't have that field in here, but we do have if they have responded and the check-in. The check-in is the most important one. And if you're missing a field, you can just click on that, and then you can add like a response. And I think the timestamp. So timestamp is when they actually fill out that form. And response, we'll go ahead and add it, but it's not gonna give us anything new. So the minors, we don't have anything. And the household, okay, number of people in household, yes. And the date of birth, we don't have that here. And we have a zip code. We can just add that here. All right. And we also have this total guess. So we'll go ahead and add this. So the cool part, the cool thing about this, if you have data that you wanted to, like, let's say this is a different kind of table, and you perhaps you have like maybe a description field, and you want to create dynamically those descriptions, you can add, like, these are like data pills, right? So you can add and you can actually type in between here and create like a message, right? Let's see. Let's say you wanted to add first name. You can say like, this is the name. You know, like you can definitely be creative and create dynamically filled out strings. And see, you can add text, you can add dynamically filled fields or inputs or parameters from these data pills, and it will do that for each record that's available. Okay? So we'll just leave it like that. I think this looks okay. Yeah, the date of birth. Yeah, this one didn't have a date of birth neither. So you can leave it like that. You can remove it if you wanted to. I guess if you remove it, next time you use it, you'll have to add it if that form has it. So I'm just gonna leave it. It's just blank. All right, so we'll go ahead and save that. And now we just go here to imports and we will run this import. You can actually schedule it too. So maybe your source is something that you can like you're not uploading a file each time. See, this is us manually just uploading the file. But I think with the data source, you could connect it and that data can just be received automatically, and the import can be run on like once a day, something like that. Or maybe it's accessing a place where the file is uploaded, So this is pretty interesting. First time using it. But so we just ran it, it's in a ran. So let's see, I'm gonna just reopen it. We should see a new okay, so see it has run for a second time. And see, this is an execution, and I believe this actually, if we want to look at this in the platform view, right. So see, once you click on it, it tells you the information, what ran. All right, so let's see if we go to our actual table, and we had 39 last time. So let's see how many records we have now. And we have 39 still. Okay. All right, these last ones was from that other table. So if you notice, see it's they have checked in, but I did check mark them all because they were all check mark. All right, so let's see what happened with this import that didn't complete. Oh, okay, so maybe something happened here. Maybe let's see, maybe all right, so since these are blank, I'm just gonna get rid of these. So we have a field for each one. Okay, that's a string. All right, everything else looks okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and try to run this. Okay, this is if you want to schedule it. We just want to run it now. I'm gonna go ahead and run it. So import job is submitted successfully. All right. If we refresh here, we see our execution is loaded and it's pending. Is this one still pending? Entry field mapping must have either a source field or reference entity. Let's see the original one. See, this one was processed, okay, but this one did not and did not, huh? And this is the same error here, huh? Or what does this mean? Oh my gosh, too long. So is it? Okay, something did not work at all. So I wonder if you got to create that every time. I don't think so. That will make no sense. But I did run it with a different kind of file. So this is what we're gonna do. Since this looks like it's not gonna do it, there's no button to kind of like do this again, right? So entity field mapping must have either source field. All right, so we are just gonna keep it simple. Then the number of people. Not that one. Oh, okay. So let's see if that makes any difference. Otherwise, we're gonna have to just start over from the beginning. So I'm gonna run the import. We got our new job. Oh, look at that, it worked. So what was the difference? I have no idea. Maybe they didn't like the maybe they didn't like the location one. So we're trying to put a zip code. Who knows? But now we got 65. Okay. All right, so I think it's starting from here. All these. So actually, that address field. Huh? No, the address field were. They're just not on this form we downloaded. Yeah, there's no address field. See? We had zip code. And not everybody filled it out too. So That good data, you get good results. Bad data, not so great results. So definitely make sure you're getting good data. Make sure you're every time we gotta go here, but just gonna do one more. Oh, this is, see, we got a lot of different tags here. We actually clean up these tags because you can just create tags any way, like too easily creating tags, and then little variation of the tag will just create a brand new tag. And we want to kind of like normalize these tags too, so that way when if we hit pantry, see, we get that. If we hit food assistant, we get these, right? If we hit food pantry, let me see, food pantry, yeah. So whenever you're creating these events, make sure you're using the right tags. That's gonna help find your locations better. Find your events better. So this was back in February. And if we take a look at this, we got folder. And it doesn't help that they all have the same name. That's why you want to build something that's going to automatically get to the final part. Right now we're kind of like going back in time because we didn't have the system set up. Well, we actually did have the system set up, but then we changed it to make it easier, but now it's a little bit more work to get it where we need to go. So we are fixing everything so it's going to be more streamlined. All right, so here we're not really asking other than the phone numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and download it one more time. This time I'm just going to we're going to go through this one. So I guess we need to clear all the fields, and then remove that one. I'm going to add our new one. I'm going to go to our target. We're going to clear, and we're going to auto map it. And we're going to get, oh my gosh, this one even has less. This one, we don't have the household, and we don't have all these other important information. So we do get the check-ins, which is kind of like the whole purpose of this. Go ahead and save that. It's just gonna ignore the blank ones, so we can just leave those. And now we can run our import. And in our new import, it is completed. Great. We got 27 more, and these will have even less information. There you go. That's how you can import to an existing table. Now we got 92. So now everything it's allowing all the records to go in there. So I wonder if there's any of the same. So let's do this. We're gonna sort by last name, okay? And let's see if there's any duplicates. Okay, this one has a bad last name, so we'll fix that. So see, we do have the same person here. Their email is in different, like all caps here, but we do have like similar information. So you can hide like those fields, I guess, if you don't want them to be displayed. Okay, here's another duplicate. It's interesting, they have two different addresses though, but everything's the same. So in this case, look, he didn't check in for this one, but he did check in for the following, or for the previous one. So I guess what I'm saying is it's okay to have, these are like individual records of an event. So I guess what we need to find out is how to tie this into this other table, okay? To this one, event totals, okay? So I'm thinking we can add a field to this. We can add a field to our table here, a reference field to the event. So let's see, event. We'll do reference. Event totals, okay. So I'm thinking maybe we add the event first, right? And then like maybe we can add thing here for the event. Or maybe we don't even have to add it here. Or we could, but because it has to do with this event totals table, right? So let's see if we can create a sample here. We're gonna pick a new event. All right, so this is from January. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and click on this one. And so 15 out of 32. Okay. Well, I don't know why it has all the same. Oh, it's today's date. That's why. So it kind of creates the record from like now. Maybe we gotta rename these. See, because this is no good. So I'm gonna rename this. Let's see. No wonder they all have the same name, because it's the name of when it downloads. I'm gonna go to here. Yeah, because they all got the today's date. I'm like, why do they all have today's date? All right, so this should be it. So I'm gonna rename. Okay, so yeah, we don't need the time, but okay. Okay, great. So what I will do with this one is open as that. Okay, let's say we're gonna add an event here, or we're gonna add a field event. Okay, and then we have this name. See, we're gonna need to be able to create the table first and get the ID. Let's try that. So if we get this events total, okay, we're gonna create a new record. Okay, so we're gonna name it food pantry. And then we'll do the dates like, okay, January 17th, so 2024, 01/17. Okay, then we do January 17, food pantry. information. Okay, so let's say we don't know this information here. So see, we need to have this record created first, and then we can copy sysid, paste it in here, and then kind of like, let's see, do that. All right, let's see if we can do that. Okay, now we are going to download. So see this part, how can we automate this part, right? Because we don't want to do this each and every time. But let's see if we can do it this time. Okay, so we got the source. Gonna put our new record. Okay, this is the one. Okay, and we got event now. Great. So we're gonna update. And we have, okay, so see this looks like it's from last time, right? So I'm gonna clear this, clear, and then we're gonna go ahead and auto map. And we have event. See, now we got event. Okay, we don't have all these other ones. Household. Let's see, household. We don't even have household. Nope. But we do have event. Okay, which is a reference. Okay. And event here is a string, which is a sysid. It's fine. All right. So, this is one way to do it. Probably better ways, but if we want to kind of like tie in those records now, refresh. We got our brand new import. It's completed. Okay. So if we go and close this. Now, if we go to boot assistance, and we have 124. So these last ones. Okay, let's see. We're gonna manage columns. We're gonna put event. Now we have events, and it ties into our event record. Does it? Not really. Okay, so all right, so this needs to be not the sysid. Okay, this needs to be the name, right? Actually, if we go back to here, okay, do this. Like, okay, needed to be that. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Don't count up. Count it up. Um, all right, well, something like that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. I wonder, these are all the same. Huh. Coalesce, huh? So right now, since we want like duplicate records to be created because they're individual records, but I guess if it's the same date, let's say it's the same email and date, then update it, right? Okay, so you can do manually. Let's see if we can do it. Glitching. Leave. All right. Yeah, so I wonder if those are like really from the last time or if they have to do with that same. Oh, you gotta save it. Okay, so this match, I think this is a coalesce, right? So let's say we're gonna match email and timestamp. Okay. What does that mean? So and then we got event, right? So event is gonna be new here, right? Create a new choice record number, field number. Match the incoming value against this field from the event table. Oh, see. Oh, so could we have selected? There is no such ID. Okay. Oh, so see, it was the number. Okay. If no matching record exists, Yeah, because we don't want like creating all these events if they don't exist already. Because if you put in a number in there, it needs to exist, right? And if it's not existing, then like the numbers, like it will create other ones. Maybe if it was a name, right? If it was the name, like I wanted to have this be the name, right? What was the title? Oh, look, title. So with the title, maybe this would have created, um, it would have created those records, and then yeah, maybe if we do this again, right? Instead of being auto numbered, right? It'll be a title, and the title will be dynamic, right? And the title, if we create it from these imports, then they'll have all the same title. So let's say it creates it once, and then maybe it can calculate all those that have the same title, right? It does a filtering, and then it could fill out the other data, right? From this one import. That kind of like that could definitely work. But for this case, we just want to know if it's gonna update it. So we're gonna run this import one more time. Let's see what happens. So I think it was 120 something. Okay, so it completed. I think it just duplicated them all, probably. Let's see. No, 124. Okay. Did it update? Okay, it updated the events. Okay. Except this one. This one, I think I messed with this one, but all right. So we got events here. All right, and now they tied into this event. Great. Okay, so definitely we can just add the event record for each of these. So a few manual things we gotta do, but you know, with the import, we making sure the data is good. We create our event, and now we can calculate this, right? Family serve. So how will we calculate this? We gotta look at all these records, right? Could be a business rule. Could be because when we import, you know, it's running business rules, right? Maybe we can create a flow, but to do this in a flow, I'm not super sure what will be the trigger. Maybe the trigger will be, let's see, let's see if we can create a flow. So I'm gonna create from scratch. Okay, so update event stats totals. All right, we'll update imported event totals. The trigger, so we don't want this running all the time. I'm thinking maybe the trigger can be what we got. Maybe a business rule might be the easiest way to do this, but let's try to create a flow, because the flow replaces business rules, right? Most of them. Oh, you gotta hit here, edit flow, add trigger. Okay, so these are scheduled ones. Let's see, we want it when it's updated. Updates. Every time this thing gets updated. Well, because they're getting created. Maybe it can be a subflow that you can click. Or what is this thing called? What's the table here? Well, because this changes, right? Because if somebody edits the field, right, is it gonna update? I guess it could update. Yeah. Let's see if we need to put conditions later on. But I am thinking, okay, so we're gonna do a lookup. Okay, so we're gonna look up. Let's see, we're gonna look up record. We're gonna look up the event record, right? Event. Maybe you can add a state field to kind of like be that filtering control. Okay, so we're gonna look up the event number, right? But number, what the heck? And we're gonna like have this work when the event is not empty, right? Not empty. Okay, so only works when there's an event, right, to look up. And then we're gonna, let's say we're gonna okay, and then we're gonna do another lookup, I guess. So look up records. Records on the food distance where event number is I did do that. I guess I'll use the same number. This should find all of the rest, right? We're gonna do update. Let's see, update. I just don't want it to like go crazy, right? Because we're not updating the food assistant, we're updating the. Okay, so update or create record. I'll just update. I guess it's update or create. Okay, so we're gonna update the event totals. Actually, we gotta do something before that, right? We gotta do like aggregate. How do you do aggregate? Uh, hmm. How do you do aggregate? I'm not sure. Because I'm trying to like see if you can count. Like you do a lookup and then you want to count all these totals. How do you do that? Not sure, but let's see what this does. All right, so we'll do like family serve, and then this should be like account. Let's see, look up records, count. Okay, so it should be account, but determine uniqueness. Huh. Let's see for this. Oh, maybe you can do this for each. Record. And it's probably like a variable, right? Then you do what? Totals. Actually, turn. Oh. Households. should be like house. Flow variable dot variable dot type. Okay, maybe we gotta do this first. Goes back to 0 though. No. Wait a minute. Oh, look. So we go here. Okay, here we do. What, can I just do 0? Here we go here. Does this work? I don't know. A household count. I mean, okay. Well, Let's see if this works at all. Okay. So let's pick one that we know has. We're gonna do. I'm mad. All right. Error. Oh no. Bird time. Okay, so at least it is looking up the records correctly. That's good. Okay, it's a 0. That's good. Okay, so see, it is flow variable. Okay, this is messed up here. All right, so we must be using the wrong syntax to, yeah, and you can kind of tell because, like, see, household count is not. Data. So you got flow variable. And then from there, there's nothing else. Huh? Set flow variable. How do we use these flow variables? Flow variables. Okay, first variable. Creating flow variables. So we created our flow variable. What to do next? Set flow variables and flow logic. Okay, so Oh, using script. Okay. Use a script to store record number. But how do we use it in code? Current number. Set values. So you can set it, but can you call on that same value? On its integer to but why can't I? Okay, this did not help. I'm thinking. All right, so we're trying to get the count, like, okay, it's adding on that same number in the flow, right? Get display value. Okay, so I'm currently creating automated termination flow. So it's a flow designer action. Oh, so it's an action, yeah. Hmm. I'm telling you, a business rule is probably a lot easier to do what we were trying to do here. Cause all right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and leave this for now. But I think we did do some a little bit of maybe we gotta refactor our table a little bit, but we should be able to get that information in here. I kind of seen this done before. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I was just trying to count. I don't think I need this. Okay, so maybe we can do it this way. So we need two variables. We need household count. Then we need total count. Okay, and then we'll have Oh, why is this variable one? Oh. Oh. Why are these things just called variable? Oh, no wonder. Wait a minute. These things are just called variable. No, you stupid. Can we not rename these? Why is this? Oh, so these things. Why is it not? This should update. It should not be variable. That's stupid. No wonder this thing was not working. It was right there. Okay. So we don't need all this. Okay. All right, let's see if we can do what we were gonna do here. Let's see. Okay, variables. Okay. So count 0. Okay. Full variables. Count. Gonna be var. Okay, so and then we're gonna log our count. We're gonna update our household count. Okay. Let's test this with okay. Is it gonna do it? I don't even know if we have households in that whole list, but we should have no error. Right, no error. Great. And it's 0 every time. Okay, but it went through all of them. Okay, so unfortunately, these were just all zeros, right? But I think that will work. No. Now what? Okay, we gotta do this one more time. Oh yeah, so there was no household numbers anywhere. That one. Okay, but we're just gonna go ahead and put some people in here. And we'll pick this dude right here. And we will run this flow once again. Oh, save. Save it. Okay, great. And we have an account of 2 there for the first one. Okay, 24. Okay, so look at that, 24. Great. And then we go to our record, and it will have family serve, household totals, and then we got the pounds of food. There we go. Awesome. All right, there you have it. So that way we can use our flow without having to create a business rule. We just gotta make sure that this trigger is not gonna be a problem in the future. You know, like maybe have some conditions that will be met. You can maybe create some type of state field that will only run in a certain state, and once they're locked, they're locked. Things like that. Okay. Alrighty. Well, if you enjoy that, give us a like. Let us know how we can do better. And until next one, God bless you.